Are you struggling with your preschool age child or early elementary age child when it comes to bedtime and morning routines? Are they getting out of bed all the time, not going to sleep at an adequate hour? Are they coming out of their bed at 4 a.m. and wanting to be awake? Well, this is the video for you because I'm going to be talking all about how to do morning and bedtime routines for strong-willed children. Hey guys, Sarah here from Work Life Glue, back for another Sunday series video, and this Sunday series is all about strong-willed children. Last week I talked about hacks for strong-willed children, so be sure to check that one out. And today I'm going to be talking specifically about morning and bedtime routines. This is an area, I don't want to say it too loud, I'm going to knock on some wood, but we have really figured out with our strong-willed 3-year-old. I love her to pieces. I don't say strong-willed necessarily in a horrible way, but that really fits her. Stubborn, wanting control, wanting things her way. And so this has really helped her feel in control, us feel in control, and to limit the power struggles. And I want to share it with you guys today since it's really been working for us the past couple of months. So when it came to the before, what mornings were like, what bedtimes were like for us before, mornings were being super silly, refusing to put her clothes on, refusing to go potty, refusing to brush her teeth. Just a struggle from the start of the day, which translated to a struggle the whole day, because when you start off on the wrong side of the bed, the whole day doesn't go very well, which we all know as parents. And then when it came to bedtime, when we were exhausted and just ready for some sanity on our own without any kids, it was constant getting out of bed, running around her room, playing with toys, jumping around, you know, just not staying in her room, wanting to come out, wanting to hang out with us, and just kept having to put her back in her room because everything says just put them back in the room over and over again, which we tried for a couple months and nothing got better. And just lots of threatening, and if you don't get your stuff on, then you're not going to get any stories, which led to no stories, which led to lots of tears, which just made bedtime take even longer, which led to tantrums, and just awful. Like, not how you want to end your day with your kid. And since we've been implementing these things I'm going to be talking about, it has gone so much better. No more threats, just following through, having boundaries and consequences, and sticking to them. So when it comes to these morning and bedtime routines, one of the things that works so well that I talked about in my hack video are these visual routines. I will link below where specifically I got these. I did pay for them. I looked for all kinds of free ones, which you can find, but I just really like these, the quality, the colors, and the variety of things that they say. So I just cut them out, laminated them, used painter's tape to stick them on the wall, and then I just typed up morning and bedtime. And these are right by her door. So for her morning routine, wake up. I colored it green because as I will talk about, she has a okay to wake clock that turns green when it's time to get up. So the first thing is to wake up, make her bed. So just make sure, you know, her bed is tidy. Then she has to get dressed, go potty, and brush her teeth. Now she can see these. She knows what all these pictures mean. So it's not me telling her what to do. She can find out what she has to do on her own, which helps a lot for the whole ownership and having control over things. Another tip is, after they do their morning routine, have something they like to do. For us, she gets a little bit of time on the Kindle until it's time for daycare to start, which gives me time to nurse her little sister, get her ready, take the dog out, get stuff ready without her like running around. And it's her, she doesn't usually get tech time at night, so she gets it in the morning, just gets it done with, and it helps her kind of wake up for the day because she was being very cranky in the morning. But it may be playing with a special toy they don't get to play with, you know, helping you make breakfast, eating breakfast. If they're super hungry when they wake up, once they do these things, they can eat breakfast. You know, just play around and see what works for your own child. But you want it to be something they actually want to do after, so they actually have to like earn it. Along with this, we use a when-then statement. When you do everything on your chart, we call this her chart, then you can have Kindle time. And so if she refuses, I just say, okay. And I say, well, you let me know when you do all those things. I'm going to be downstairs. And I go downstairs and she will eventually do it because she wants that Kindle time. So it really helps to have something they want to do afterward and to have these visual routines so she knows what she has to do, and it's not me yelling at her to do it. these pictures are telling her, and it's up to her to do that. So basically our mornings look like the okay to wake clock goes off, which is another great thing for strong-willed children because it's not you waking them up, it's a clock. It turns green when they can come out, lets them know. And if they come out before that, you know, it's up to you if you're going to allow that or if you're going to put them back to bed. But it's worked really, really well for us to get her to stay in bed now that she is in a bed. And so she gets up, I greet her, I tell her I love her, I'm so excited, ask her about her sleep, and then I ask her, which one of these things do you want to do first? I give her the choice, because that's a huge thing for strong-willed children. They want choices. So I say, you can make your bed, get dressed, go potty, or brush your teeth. Which one do you want to do first? And then she thinks about it, and usually she picks brushing her teeth. So I say, okay, I'll be in the bathroom, you just let me know, and I'm usually getting ready at this time. And she comes in, she brushes her teeth, I do her hair while she's brushing her teeth. I bring her clothes in there so we can be in one area doing it all really quickly so that there's like no chance for a power struggle. Then I say, okay, do you want to go potty or get dressed next? And then she picks and we do that thing, and then I say, okay, all I have to do is this last thing and then it's time for Kindle time. And seriously, it takes about 10 minutes, where before it was like this drug out thing, tantrums, crankiness. And now it's bim bam boom, done, and we move on with our day, and it's wonderful. So now for bedtime, it's very similar. We have our routines and then we follow them and we are good to go. So for our bedtime routine with her, we come upstairs, we do these in orders, or mostly. So she has to brush her teeth again, go potty, and put her pajamas on, and I let her kind of pick what order she wants to do those. And then once she does those, then we can read books. So it's when you put your pajamas on, put your clothes in the hamper, go potty, brush your teeth, then we can read books. So we use that when then statement again. We do those things, then we let her pick out 2 books to read. We read them, we say our prayers, and then we sing her bedtime songs. She has a series of 4 short songs that we sing, and we lay her down. Now, another key with bedtime, because with bedtime the hard part is getting them to stay in bed. We use this bedtime pass, which I googled and I found, and it's wonderful. So we were having that issue of like we could get her to go to bed okay, but she wouldn't stay in bed. And so I was not willing to move her bedtime back, because even when we do that, she still stays up the same amount of time. So then she wasn't getting enough sleep. So she needs some time to just wind down in bed before bed, and we know that about her. So moving her bedtime, it wasn't the issue. It was her just staying in bed and trying to go to sleep. So this bedtime pass works like this. We usually have a chair right here. So this sits on there right outside her door. We lay her down for bed. Then she's allowed to come out one time and give us this pass. And then she can use it for another kiss, a back rub, you know, one more twinkle twinkle little star, or just like a little cuddle, tiny cuddle session, stuff like that. So if you're having an issue with your kids always wanting more things at the end of the night or coming out of the bed a ton of times, this can work wonders, because once you've followed through enough with it, they know that they can only use it one time. Sometimes our daughter will hold on to it all night and use it in the morning before her clock turns green, and that's okay. And she doesn't really know yet, like, when is it morning time? So she still thinks it's the middle of the night, which is fine. So we do allow her to come out, like if she had a nightmare or whatever, but we bring her right back to bed. And it will take a while, most likely, with a strong-willed child to get these things to work. But if you follow through and just repeat the same thing, like, oh, you already used your pass. Okay, let's go to bed. Good night, sweet dreams. Shut the door. They will see that you're not messing around and that this is their ticket out, and they only have that one time to use it, so they better use it wisely. So those are our bedtime and morning routines. So just some practical tips. Make sure if your child gets squirrely, gets silly, starts to be disrespectful, have some consequences. So our daughter, like I said, sometimes she won't let us help brush her teeth, or she's just silly with it and try to play with it instead of brush her teeth. So we do a 1, 2, 3, like that's 1, that's 2, and if she gets a 3, she knows that she will only get to read 1 book. And same thing goes for if she's like taking forever to go potty because she's just trying to be silly and prolong it, we'll say that's 1, that's 2, and if she gets to 3, we take away another book. And so we've told these things to her in advance, and we've explained that if you take too long and you're being disrespectful or too silly when we're getting ready for bed doing these things, then we won't have time for a book. So if you get to 3, that's one less book you get to read. And we've sat down and talked to her about it. She knows what's going to happen. So she's taking ownership. If she chooses to keep doing it, she knows what will happen. It's not just coming at her out of nowhere, because we've learned that does not work well for her. So just setting up those consequences in advance works really well, and following through. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you can have a better time with your morning and bedtime routines. If you have any other things that have worked for you and your family, please leave them in the comments, because I'm all about helping you guys. This whole journey of parenthood can be really hard and really isolating, and it's so hard when you see people's perfect version on social media and you don't really see what's going on behind the scenes. But let me just tell you, it's not always easy for us either, but I'm here to help you as much as I can with the stuff that is working for us. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check back next Sunday for another Sunday series about strong-willed children, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.